There is a time to bid goodbye to the old and the ordinary, and to awaken the beauty within. That time is now. It is time to wake up and take charge of life. Awaken to a new way of thinking. Awakening with Brahmakumaris. Welcome to Awakening with Brahmakumaris. Our topic today is soul connections. Let's welcome Sister Shivani. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
It's a beautiful place where we're shooting today.
Absolutely.
Our founder of Brahmakumaris.
Yes.
He used to stay here.
Yeah. The Brahmakumaris is an organization started by the incorporeal Supreme Father, Shiv Baba, through the medium of Brahma Baba. Started in 1936 in Hyderabad, Sindh, which is now in Pakistan. But then post-partition in 1952, the entire core group, which was Brahma Baba, with 300 brothers and sisters, who had just done so intense meditation there in Hyderabad and then in Karachi, and then in 1952 shifting to India, and then came to Mount Abu. So that group of 300, the first place where they came in India and in Mount Abu was this place, which was called Bridge Koti.
How nice. Even today, Bridge Koti is serving people. Now they've, they do charge here because somebody else has bought it.
Right.
It's become a hotel, but it's doing service.
Yes, but the whole core group stayed here for many, many years, and where from here the spiritual services started all over India, and there's a lot of intense meditation that went on here. So this place has very beautiful vibrations, and of course now shifted to much bigger complexes in Mount Abu.
Talking about vibrations and feelings, I've got a beautiful mail here. Can I read it?
Sure.
Just a few lines. People pick up our feelings whether we intend to convey them or not. Whether we intend to convey them or not. As such, what we say or do is wrapped in those latent feelings which the receiver gets as one package. Our physical image, along with our body language, tells its own story. But our soul communicates as openly and powerfully as what is communicated in speech and behavior. Clearly, then the communication is not just about words, written or spoken. It is also about the quality of our vibrations.
It's so beautiful because this is what we have been discussing in the last few episodes. Yeah, and so clearly it comes across, because when we talk of relationships and people will say communication is what matters a lot. You have to have very good communication skills in order to understand each other, in order to be able to convey what you feel, and in order to have a very good interaction, good communication skills. But then who ever thought of thoughts and feelings as a part of communication skills?
You mean vibrations is the same thing?
Yeah, every thought.
First you think,
First I
then you
think.
feel,
Yes.
and then the vibrations travel.
Yeah.
Or maybe...
It's like I create a thought. Feeling means what? Like I touch and then I feel. So similarly, unless I touch, I won't feel what I have touched. So feeling is the perception of what I have just touched. Similarly, when I create a thought,
that is the touching.
yeah, I touch that thought and then I start feeling. But because we have been living for a very long time unaware of our thoughts, so many times people do not realize that it is we create thoughts and then it manifests into feelings, because we haven't looked at the process while it was on the stage of thoughts. We're only able to feel it after it has come into feelings. And so our vocabulary normally says, I'm feeling low, I'm feeling hurt, I'm feeling upset. But now what I need to do is...
But I don't know why.
Don't know why. And then because I don't know why, I think it's something which is coming from
Outside. Oh, something else is disturbing me. Maybe the weather or something is a problem somewhere outside.
Absolutely.
Not within.
Because we always thought that it is something because of which I feel. I feel good. It's like right from childhood, we were trained like this or programmed like this. As a kid, we were probably taken to the circus at that time, in those days. And then we were excited and jumping with joy. And we were said, we're feeling good because of this circus. We were given a toy and we created joy, and we were taught, I'm feeling happy because of...
No, even the parents used to say,
That's what.
let us take him out for this circus, let him buy him these things to let him be happy, so that he feels good about it.
So it's a deep conditioning, no? It's a deep conditioning which has happened right from that time, which says something has to happen outside, and then whatever happens outside, good or not so good, I will feel. And so my feelings were supposed to be coming from outside. And so today, when I'm feeling something particular, and if it's on the negative side, I start looking for
the blame.
Who to blame? Who to blame? And now spirituality teaches us that my feelings that I have created right now are only because of some thoughts that have got created. Last time we saw the thoughts. What were the typical thinking patterns which were creating negative thoughts? We saw critical thinking, worrying thinking, controlling thinking, and obsessive thinking. But if I'm not able to look at myself on the thinking part, maybe I could look at myself on the feeling part.
Correct.
And then go back.
Yeah, but even if as long as you go to the feeling part, it's quite good for the beginning.
It's very good for the beginning
because a lot of people don't understand, do we think, how do we think, when do I think, I don't even know when the thought comes.
True.
It just comes, and by the time I think of it, I'm already feeling, and things are over.
Absolutely.
So at least feeling is a good stage to begin.
But the only thing that I need to do now is that when I can feel the feeling, and I realize that I'm feeling like this, don't try and look for anyone outside. Just sit back with yourself and see, what have I been thinking lately? What's been on my mind? And when I start looking at what's been on my mind, I will immediately be able to identify that this feeling is because of this particular thoughts that I was creating, and then go and change the thought. The feeling will change. What we are doing today is, I'm feeling low, so now let me go and do something outside so that I feel better. And people around me also, affirm this thing. Come, let me take you out for a movie so you will feel better.
Usually when lovers fight, they'll say, okay, let's make it up. I'll make it up for you.
So
I'll take
let's
you out.
Do something.
A movie, a dinner, a Chinese food, this, that.
So you'll feel better. So what happens again? The mind is distracted for some time. The mind was given another stimulant. It creates another thought pattern. It feels better, but it hasn't changed those thoughts. So once the movie is over and the dinner is over and we've moved away, those old patterns of thinking will again come up, and I will again start feeling low. And then I again go back to looking for, now where, the dinner, and which movie. And then it just goes on and on.
That little period of just that movie and the dinner, just postponed, or maybe those feelings.
No, we're connecting the two things. Going for a movie, going out for dinner is a different aspect of life. It's fun, go out together, meet people, share, care. But if we're trying to say this will change my feelings,
then we are wrong.
Then we're not doing. We are not hitting it where the cause is. Even if it's not about a movie or a dinner, it's maybe, let me just talk to someone else.
Sister, you said by being aware of your feelings or thoughts to begin with is good enough. But supposing if you can tell us a little more, a deeper way of understanding how do I change my thoughts so that I don't get into this problem.
One is how we saw last time is that when I start seeing what I'm thinking, let's say I am no good is a thought, now I change the thought.
I just said that, then that becomes a mantra, no, sister. I am good, I am good, I am good.
No, I can do it. I have done it. I have the power and I can do it.
Then the mind will ask you, how can you do it? You're not so strong. You're not, the other person is stronger.
Again, you're not so strong. You're not so strong.
The mind will question you.
So then you give it the answer. It's a conversation with yourself, like you have a conversation with another person. Suppose I am talking to you.
You're your own counselor. Okay, you go to a psychiatrist.
Absolutely. So now suppose I am talking to you and I say I am no good. So then what will you say?
No, you have all the good qualities.
And then I say, no, but I've tried so many times and I just can't do it.
I try again. You have the power, potential.
But I don't think so. Everyone seems to be doing it better than me.
Then I'll say, no, try once more.
That's all. Just go on like this. Just go on like this, like this, like this with yourself. It's just like this. It's only that in this case, when the communication is with someone else, it's a statement from here and a statement from there and then from here and then from here. Now in this case, it's all here. One statement from here and another one from there. Only I have to take care that the one counseling is very loveful, accepting and appreciating.
That's a little different.
No, it's very easy. It's very easy.
A lot of people don't love themselves. Lot of them.
That's because they never ever sat down to create a relationship with themselves. And now this is a process of knowing how can you love someone you don't know? How can you love someone you don't spend time with? You can't. How can you love someone you've not accepted? How can you love someone you don't approve of? So all these things which we're trying to do with other people and then we are having problems is because we haven't first done it with ourselves. So when we are feeling low, let's not try to run away from it. Face it. We need to face our emotions. Because if we try to run away from it, we're only postponing the act of facing it. And the more we postpone, the more the feelings go. Do not try to run away into shopping, watching movie, television, alcohol, smoking, drugs.
So what does one do when you're feeling low?
Sit back with just yourself.
And do what?
And sit and see what are the thoughts which are creating this feeling. Address the issue. Counseling. Not from any counselor outside. Counsel myself.
Usually, sister, when you feel low or kind of depression, it's very difficult to counsel your own self because you become low.
Yeah, because you're becoming...
to get out of it is probably you start either enjoying it or you're just stuck there. It's very difficult to open the...
But the whole thing of becoming low, why did it even go till there?
Why?
Because when it was the tip, when it was just beginning, we didn't address the issue. It's like, an illness. If it's just at its beginning stage, address it. Dissect it, bisect it, find out what's the reason, find out what is my thinking that's making me feel like this, and work on the thinking. But the more I postpone it, then it goes, and then we just are not possible to come out of it. So let's just make this a practice not to run away from it. And definitely not to go and talk to someone just so that they accept me and approve of me and make me feel better.
See, when people feel low, either they lock themselves in a room or they run out and go for a movie. Either they'll go to a pub and drink or they'll go to their own bar in the house and drink or something else. But it's very, very difficult for an average person who has no knowledge what you have.
If you're not well, what would you do? Would you run away for a movie?
No, I'll go to a doctor.
Exactly. So that means if I'm not well, I need to heal first, not go for a movie. Same.
That's a good point.
I'm not well, I'm feeling low. So I need healing. And who's my healer? Healer within.
Within.
Yeah. So I sit down with that healer.
The intuition, inner tutor.
Inside. I need to sit with myself. The more I run away, the more the illness is only going to go on increasing. And that's when it reaches a stage where even if we try to heal it, it becomes very tough. Another thing that we need to take care of is, let's not go and talk to people who will accept and approve of our feeling at that time.
Sympathize and empathize with you.
Empathize is still okay, but sympathize with you at that time, saying, I understand you're feeling low. What they did to you was not right. Anyone would feel like this. Even I would have felt the same. I've gone through this. They should have done this to you. They should be like this. So again, you are approving of their pain.
And also they say, even I also go through this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It happens. Life is like this. Hota, it's
So
okay.
they're telling us at that time,
that you are right.
you are right. And so if someone tells me at that time, you are right, you're not well. So I wouldn't even start the task of
So
healing.
go and get depressed more and feel low.
Exactly.
Much better.
So never ever go to, and these are who are the people who do this at that time.
But don't we choose such kind
We
of
choose
people?
only those people.
Supposing when I used to wanted to stop drinking, and the day I wanted to, I would ring up not a person from Alcohol Anonymous.
Yeah.
I would say, tell my friend. He'll say, yeah, it happened to me also.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll go away gradually.
Yeah,
if
and
you
he'll
feel like
tell you-
having, okay, come over.
Exactly.
Let's have. Even I feel like.
And he'll tell you, you don't have to give it up immediately. You can
Yeah,
do it
take your own
gradually. So you want people,
we want
such people, but they are the ones who are dangerous for us at that time.
But that is what I said, sister. They may be dangerous, but your mind is so clever that it would take you to such people only. So it is very difficult to be a self-counselor.
Again, if you're not well, you won't go to another person.
Who's not well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because your
that-
immunity system is anyways low. So your probability of catching the infection is very high. So let's not go to someone who's not well. And these are mostly the people with whom we have very strong attachments. So they are not able to tell us where we need to change. They feel their way of showing love to us is by telling us, you're right and the other people are wrong to you.
I should love going to such doctors who would say, what is wrong? Even I go for a drink. Even I go to the bar. It doesn't matter. Tell, come over in the evening. Let's have a drink together. I said, he's a good doctor.
Exactly. So the best counselor at this time is only me, myself, because even if I go to another counselor who will be able to tell me, this is your thought pattern, this needs to change and you have to do it, I still have to do it myself. And everyone actually knows what they have to change. It's just that we don't want to change because we find that tougher.
Actually know what they want to change,
What they need to change to feel better.
but they don't want to.
They don't want to. They'd rather prefer the other people change and they feel okay. But
Or
then-
maybe a miracle happens then.
So the miracle is only that you change and I'm okay. And I could actually pray to God. You know, they'll actually pray to God, please teach him. Please make him understand. So these are the miracles that we want. Let's address
Why
the
doesn't
issue.
he understand?
Doesn't he understand?
So this is the basic problem between relationships.
So very important, face our emotions, no running away from it. And another very important thing that we need to do is, let's not start making our emotions our identity.
I am like this.
I am like this. I am an aggressive person. I am a warrior. I am sensitive.
I am bad.
I'm bad, I wouldn't say, but emotions, yes. I am depressed. This is the most common sentence.
It is me,
People-
I am like that, what else can I do?
Now see again, if you say this is me, I am like that, which means it's not going to change. This is me.
And I approve of it. And I don't even think of changing
So,
myself.
but my emotions are not me.
That means I've accepted myself like that.
I'm accepted that this is me. So when I accept and I make that emotion my identity, and you know, we say it so often, I'm depressed, I am like this, I am like, it's like,
I'm an introvert. I behave like this. I don't like going here. I don't like public. I don't like...
that's still outside. We're talking of emotions which we make them our identity. Like I am
I get
depressed
angry
is
very soon.
I'm aggressive,
I did get depressed very soon.
I'm hot-tempered, I'm sensitive.
But isn't this a way evading your own self?
No, it's by telling yourself, this is who I am.
It's okay to be like
and
that.
it's not going to change.
And also that for the rest of my life, I've got to live like this.
Yeah, because I'm
being
telling
like
myself, this is me. This is me, so it can't change. So because I tell myself this is me and I keep saying it again and again to myself, and very often a lot of people around me also start saying it, I would never ever think that this can change.
The false idea and impression about myself.
And I've made it my identity. And that too a negative emotion. So it's an emotion, it has come and it will pass away. Instead of saying, I am aggressive, I can just say, I've just created anger and I can finish it. But not, I am this. There's a lot of difference between the two things.
I am this and I created.
I created anger. Right
But
now
this
there
language I've never heard anywhere in the world.
That's right.
Nobody on earth says, I created anger when somebody bashed my car.
So whoever wanted to say that I'm responsible for what I'm feeling right now.
So we have to buy a new dictionary from you,
This is the
Brahmakumaris.
vocabulary. That's the beauty of this organization. A new vocabulary.
Even the birds are approving of it.
A new way of thinking. It's very important. Even if I keep saying this every time I experience anger, and every time I say to myself, I created anger. I created this anger. I created this anger.
I think
know
that's the
that I
best medicine.
created. Yeah. And
I think this can cure it.
Absolutely.
So that is what you mean by awareness.
Awareness that it's a creation, it's just come and I am the healer and I can heal it. Instead of saying, I am aggressive. They're two different things.
I am not aggressive, but this has happened and this I created, and next time I shall be careful about it.
Let's say I say, I have jaundice. I have a viral infection. So I say, I have it right now, and I know that it's a question of a 3-day viral or a 15-day jaundice, and it will go. But when it's diabetes, I will say, I am diabetic. And which
I
means
have hypertension.
Yeah. I am diabetic means I am going to be with this. It's not going to go. I have accepted that I'm going to be with this
All my life.
with this costume. That's the difference. So much difference. So let me not identify with my feelings. Let me understand they are here and they will go. They will go. It's just my creation. And another very common thing that we do, because of which we feel low, is our comparison with other people. Very subtle, but happening almost all the time during the day. I am comparing myself with someone or the other. I'm comparing the way people are behaving with others and the way people are behaving with me. And then I start comparing myself with them, and it's a stimulus which helps me to create that feeling of being low. And then when I compare myself with someone else, and then I try to become like them, and then because I'm unique and I can never become like someone else, then I create the emotion of frustration.
That I cannot be that. I am not qualified. I am not good enough.
Exactly. So very, very careful. Very careful. Don't identify with the emotion. Face it, hit it, change it, and don't compare yourself with anyone else.
So about this comparison and this whatever we discussed today, can we have a short meditation?
Let me take out this moment and meet myself. Detach from everything around me and look at how I feel. This is a feeling, an emotion that I am creating right now. This is not me. I am the creator. Irritation, fear, anger. This is not I. It is my creation. Let me just look. What is it that I have been thinking about, which has created these emotions? Looking at no one outside, but just looking at my thoughts. Thoughts of blame, holding others responsible, feeling a victim. These are my thoughts. And now I choose to change. They may do what they think is right. They have a reason for the way they behave. I have a choice what I create. With love and compassion, I gradually change my thinking, and my feelings follow. Om Shanti.